The pride of boxing. Let's stand up. Give this man a standing ovation right now. We got the champion here, 3-division champion here. I say stand up because he is the integrity. He's saving the integrity in boxing, ladies and gentlemen. He's the one who ain't bent. He's the one who stands by his skill set. It don't matter how he promotes himself on his Instagram and TikTok. When you get in the ring, he promotes himself with his hands. They don't want to fight him, have to be. They'll do whatever they can not to face off with him in the ring. He goes by the name of Shakur Stevenson, and he's here today, man.
Where you from, Sway? Where you from?
Jersey, stand up. That was hard, man. I messed up my intro.
Appreciate you.
I mean it.
Yes.
I mean it, man, because I want to say thank you to Shakur Stevenson as well, because when we first started Bridge Business, this man has never, even coming on Sway in the Morning.
Yeah.
He's never hesitated. Anytime we ask, hey, man, can you come do the platform? Can you come do the show? He's never hesitated. You may not even realize this because there's so many podcasts that are out there now, but you were very instrumental in us launching this Bridge Business podcast to talk about boxing. Not as professionals, we're just enthusiasts, man. I came up in the 70s. I watched TV when Sugar Ray Leonard was fighting Hagler. I watched Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard. Man, I seen Muhammad Ali fight on TV, bro, as a kid. So I love boxing like that. And so when you start coming on, certain people, Terence came on as well.
Yes.
Right? Certain people start coming on the show. It really kind of helped us launch this platform. But what you stand for is what we stand for. And what you stand for is great for boxing, especially right now where everything else seems to matter to people except for what happens in the ring. People question this man about his brandability. To me, they don't understand the science of what he does for the sport of boxing, what he does in his skill set. If you really know how to watch boxing, those who would say, I watched this fight, I don't know, man, he's great, but I didn't get that excited. You might not be aware of what you're watching. Because to watch this man in the ring is like watching poetry in motion. So I want to say salute to you. I watched you come up from amateur ranks, Olympics to now. Man, you're amazing, man. Thank you for keeping your integrity and all this.
Yeah.
You're a true champion, man. Shakur Stevenson. That's all I really want to say to him.
He could go back to Jersey.
I want to tell you I appreciate you too, because you know when I was coming up, y'all gave me the platform to speak my and tell everybody what I want to tell everybody. So I appreciate y'all for putting me out there. Thank you. We here now, and
we here now.
Keep it going.
Yeah, man, you didn't even have chains when we were talking to you at first, man. A lot has changed since then, man. You're a father now?
Yeah, I'm a father, yeah.
Man.
Beautiful.
That's amazing. We met him before he was a father.
I know.
Wow,
Yeah,
man.
so many new chapters.
So many new chapters, and here you are, bro. That's one thing that people never question about you is your integrity. Why is that? I mean, at a time when people are just really cashing in on integrity, why is it so important to you to maintain that? You don't have to.
Because, you know, life is bigger than just like money, cars, and like the fame and everything that come with it. I feel like life is bigger than that. I feel like just blessing young kids and being around like my daughter, my little brothers, my little cousin, like that means more to me than just buying the biggest car or all that kind of stuff. So for me, keeping my integrity intact was like very important as I kind of rose up, because it's kind of hard to with the game that we in
right now, right?
Yeah.
What is it? You know, I don't like to talk down on things, so I don't mean it like this. But what in boxing today would you change if you could?
What I would change, if two fighters say let's fight, I think the business of boxing shouldn't get in the way. Like I think the fighters should be able to get in the ring with each other and fight each other. So that's how I feel. Like just like even with this guy, my guy Stephen Espinoza, he works with Tank. If Tank said, "Yo, let's fight," and I said, "Let's fight," it should be just let's fight, and we should make it happen. It shouldn't be nothing else surrounding situation and not making a fight happen.
So you blame Steve for this? Is that what you said?
I'm not
is in a
saying
way?
I'm not saying I fully blame him because
Fully.
but I do blame you for also saying that y'all sent the contract to me.
Oh, no. Okay. See, I told
I get
Torch
straight
this.
to it, bro.
No. And then never said, he said, look, there were exploratory discussions. That was it. Like nobody sent a
But
contract.
everybody kind of took that
It
as,
said, as you know how it is. You say 10%, it becomes 10. And I appreciate you for clearing it up because you and I have gone back a little bit on social media now and then. And I want to go back to your point about the business. So I think as fighters mature, they become more and more a part of their business.
Yeah.
Like in the early stage of your career, you're just fighting.
Yeah.
And then at a certain point, you transition to be like, no, I want to have a say. I want to, and ultimately, you see guys like Floyd or like Crawford or Canelo, they're fully in charge of everything.
Yeah.
Like, where are you in that process, and how do you transition from being like a guy who goes in the ring to a guy who isn't working for a promoter, who has a promoter working for him?
I'm actually, me and my manager, which is Jay Prince,
Mhm.
we actually like very tight. Like that's damn near my family to me. So any conversations that's going on 9 times out of 10, I'm knowing about it or knowing exactly what's going on. So as you saying, like as I got older, I kind of got involved into everything that's going on with my career, and I'm ahead of it, bro.
That's good, because that's a transition some fighters don't make until too late.
Yeah. Sure.
But at a certain point where you feel like, hey, I'm educated enough, I'm stepping in front of this, and so I think what you said is absolutely right. The business shouldn't get in the way, but it's also incumbent is, as a fighter, you can't let your business get in the way. You can't let your guy, your promoter's beefs stop you from getting a fight that you want.
Do you feel like that happened on his? Was it any interjection from his representation?
No, like I got nothing. I've never really dealt with Jay. I know, Bob Arum has very strong feelings about who he'll do business with and who he won't sometimes.
Yeah.
So sometimes that's been a challenge. But I as far as I'm concerned, I've never heard Shakur personally say, I'm not fighting this guy, or I don't want to fight that guy. But there have been, people who at stages where influence his business, which might have made it a little bit harder to get that stuff.
I got a question. Hold on, because we got to make sure like it's said the right way. You reached out to Top Rank before for a fight with me and Tank.
4 or 5 with you and Tank, yeah.
And when did this happen?
Years ago.
Okay.
Years ago.
Are you sure? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. It was years ago. It didn't go very far at all because
So if Bob Arum was to get into the conversation, he's going to agree with this.
I don't know what he's going to say.
Okay.
See,
that's the thing
That's
with
what-
boxing, though, bro.
Yeah.
That's where the gray area happens. Right?
Yeah.
It's like that's what I'm trying to say. Like the fighters want to fight each other, but if we want to fight each other, it's all types of miscommunications and promoters having beef with each other. Where it's like we don't know about it, but it's like, come on now, bro.
So you and Tank have verbally said to each other, "Let's fight."
He said he was gonna do something to me.
Okay.
He said he was gonna do something to the houseboy from North.
Okay.
So I was in his 6-fight deal that he supposedly had. I don't know what happened to the 6-fight deal. I don't know what happened after that, but he probably really could tell you more because I don't know. I just heard it on Twitter.
Okay.
You look at
We on the edge of my seat. I feel like I'm watching
no,
an
see,
episode
okay,
of
so-
something.
so here's the
Sense
problem, and I think actually it becomes a lot easier because at a certain point, Top Rank, and this is one of the challenges, I didn't have access to working for everybody with Top Rank. Top Rank had an exclusive deal with ESPN.
Okay.
So if I've got Showtime fighters, you talk to Bob, he's like, okay, well, anything we do, it's got to be on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
And like, if I've invested in a bunch of people, like, I'm like, wait, all this guy have been investing all this money in, and his big fight is going to go somewhere else, then I'm trying to run a business too. So yeah, it becomes complicated, that's the thing. And so at the end of the day, fighters got to step up and say, look, I don't care where it is. We'll put it on pay-per-view. We'll put it on whoever it is. But now it's not an issue. Top Rank doesn't have an exclusive deal with ESPN anymore.
Okay.
And I'm not with Top Rank.
Right. No. I'm saying
I'm
back
a free
when.
agent.
Yeah,
okay.
I mean back when.
Okay. I got another thing. Since we here,
I love this, Shakur Stevenson.
Since we here,
he don't even want. This isn't your next profession, by the way.
You work with him, right? So since y'all
with
work
who?
together, Tank, yes.
Yeah.
Since y'all work together, am I in the plans? Because I want the fight.
I'll tell you this. Tank has definitely said repeatedly, I want to fight Shakur.
So
I want to fight Shakur.
If that's the case, if I'm a free agent now, I'm doing whatever I want, I'm on here fighting these guys, am I in the plans? Like, is this 6-fight deal something that's real, or was that like?
No, he's definitely got a plan. And like, there's a lot of fighters which are sort of in group. You sort of say, okay, here's the list of fighters that I'm planning on fighting. It might be 6 fighters, it might be 4, it might be 8. But when you lay out a plan like that, a deal like that, it's sort of like, okay, sometimes it's like 8 fighters, even though it's 6 fights, because not everybody's available all the time. So Shakur is definitely in that plan.
Okay.
And
I'm there, so it's going to happen.
Shakur just want to know why Jake Paul skipped the line. Let's get to the meat of it. Like, how he skipped the line?
Yeah.
Horse is like Luther.
Yeah. No, I think at the end of the day, you and Tank is a fight that should happen. It absolutely should happen. And I believe it will. I mean, you guys are both in charge of your career. I think it's a good style matchup. Like you said, the networks are out of the way. The promoters are out of the way. He's flexible. You're flexible. I don't see why it wouldn't happen.
It's the best versus the best.
Absolutely right.
Let's make the best fight in boxing happen.
And when you guys meet, how does that fight play out?
I ain't going to give you no game plan.
You think I'm going to jump on the phone with Tank right after?
No, I would tell you this. I'm going to come out victorious.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I stand by.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's what you got to say. You're supposed to say that.
No,
right?
It ain't what I'm supposed to say. It's what I know.
Okay.
But this is the boxing business. You get fighters, they go back and forth on Twitter, and they be like, let's fight. You got to put the business in between that, because fighters will be fighting all the time just because they're arguing back and forth. But the business got to make sense. So it's always about the bag. So that's why I feel like Turk Al-Sheikh come in, because he'll say, hey, here go the money, get these fights to happen. That's why I can't believe that Bud have to move up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo, and David Benavidez was right there at 168 comfortably. That's why the business of boxing took over. But I respect Shakur for actually saying he want the fight. Where is he at in the 6 fight deal? And where is he at in the 6 fight deal? Is his 3rd fight or something like that with Tank?
It's a good question.
It's early. It might be 2 or 3 fights in.
You sure you're not freestyling? I think you're freestyling.
I didn't prep. I didn't pull contracts. I didn't pull contracts before I walked into this, so no.
Exactly. He's freestyling. I swear he's freestyling.
Quick question, Sway. For like boxing fan newbies, can you both like give us maybe the order of operations to make a fight happen? Like the task and the people that have to A-OK so that 2 folks end up in the ring?
Honestly, I think that back in the day it was kind of different, but with like Turkey here, I feel like now it's becoming the way that I like, where it's like 2 fighters say, I want to fight.
Okay.
And he makes the fight happen, and he put out the right amount of money to get the fighters to fight. So I think nowadays is the best that it is for me personally.
Mm-hmm. You just fought Zepeda, right? And we played that clip, and one of the things you wanted people to see in this performance is that you're capable of bringing excitement and explosion into the ring at any time given. Do you feel like you accomplished that in this last fight?
Yeah, I did. I feel like I put on the show. I feel like Zepeda came in there. He came ready. He came in shape. He did everything that he could to win, but I think that was a performance more so for the fans that been talking bad about me. It was like, okay, let me show y'all I got this to my game too. A lot of people don't realize that I can do anything that I want in a boxing ring. So that's how I feel about myself.
I feel like you're getting not left behind in the sense that you at a disadvantage, but people are moving up in weight, and it seems like you're constantly chasing folks, man. And how far are you willing to move up in weight?
140.
140.
I may go to 147 for the right fight. Like people who don't understand, I would fight a Conor Ben because I feel as though skills pay the bills. Like I feel like I'm on a different level than kind of been, but I'm not just going up to 147 to fight the guys. That's the guys, because it's like that's not my division. I'm not big enough to be fighting at that weight class. So I'll go up to 140 though.
Did something happen? You and Tank sparred before?
Yeah, we sparred. I actually helped him get ready for his fight with Pedraza, his first world title fight.
That's crazy. So did something happen in sparring, other than your confidence in yourself and your skill set? But did something happen in sparring to make you even more sure that you could beat him in a real fight?
I can't. I don't really speak on sparring, because sparring is sparring at the end of the day. Like,
Okay.
he may tell you, he will speak on the sparring just because he, like, his integrity is a little different than mine. Mine,
Okay.
I'm going to keep it where it's at. But it was good work between both of us. He was a hell of a fighter. I was a hell of a young fighter coming up. And I think we pushed each other to the limits.
I'm curious, and I'm gonna let you jump in, Horace, because I know Shakur is a boxing scientist, you know. And when you look at this fight, I'm a Terence Crawford fan, and I had to tell Canelo when he was a guest on our show, you know, man, hey bro, I rock with Crawford. I think, you know, I
To
think
his face.
But I have no knock on. I love Canelo. I think
It's just your opinion.
that's just my opinion,
Yeah.
and Crawford's I consider a friend. How do you see this fight turning out?
I think that this about to be one of Bud Crawford's best performance. I think that Terence Crawford is elite of the elite, and I think when Canelo fights them elite guys, he don't seem to come out victorious. And I feel like there's gonna be another situation where it's like the guy was just better than him. So,
But enlighten us, because Horace did bring up a point. It's really like three-weight division. I mean, he fought at 154, but really once, I believe, and then now he's going up two more. That's like three-weight divisions. Like, that doesn't matter?
to me, right, this what I think, right? Because I done watched this guy in the gym.
Yeah.
I done watch him spar heavyweights to where I done seen him crack a heavyweight and the heavyweight all loosey and hurt from a shot. So, for me seeing him in the gym and from what I see, I don't think it's gonna play too much of a part. I think that once he feel the power, he gonna make a decision.
Really? Once Terence feels the power, he's going to make a decision on his strategy from that moment.
I feel like he gonna feel like it ain't as big as what everybody else make it seem to be.
Steve, you want to comment on that?
Well, look, at the end of the
Because
way,
you got
Yeah.
Canelo, right?
I got Canelo.
Okay.
Weight doesn't win fights. Like, people look at it, being heavier doesn't win a fight.
Facts.
But what weight does is it raises a question: is how is Crawford going to adjust if he's going up to weight? If he decides he's going to put on a bunch of weight, which he has, how is that going to affect him in the fight? That's really the only place weight matters. Maybe a little bit about how you take a punch and whether you can take a punch at a higher weight class, but it's basically that. Weight. If weight won a fight, then you'd see then Anthony Joshua wouldn't lost to a little pudgy Andy Ruiz.
Yeah.
Weight doesn't win fight. Muscles don't win fights. Skills play fights.
Skills pay the bills.
Facts.
Horse,
Yeah, but talking about weight, Shakur, you was at 130, and I remember at one point
I was at 26 first. though.
126, but then
Yeah.
you was at 130, and you was like, you couldn't lose a pound. You was like, I did everything I could do to win this pound. Did your body just outgrow that weight class? It just
Nah, that's a real good question. Like, me being realistic about the situation, I gotta be honest on my discipline. I kind of started camp too late,
okay.
and I slept on the guy that I was fighting instead of kind of like taking him as serious as I took everybody else. And I think that was really the real reason why I didn't make 130. Yeah, once I got there, it was very hard to get the weight off. Like, I did everything I could to get the weight off, but if I was more disciplined leading up, I would have made that weight.
So you spent a lot of time around Bud. What are there one or two things that you took away most, that you learned most from him?
It's the same thing that everybody said about Floyd. No drinking and no smoking. I think that's like one of the biggest things that I kind of took in from them guys, and especially Bud Crawford. Like, he's like one of the most disciplined athletes that I done seen, and the hardest work I have ever seen in my life. So
He hates to lose. I hear you say that all
Yeah.
the time. Like, you beat him in ping pong once, or?
yeah, I beat him in we played ping pong in training camp. I beat him one game, But he beat me like 5 to 6 games after that. Like, Bud is a beast at everything he do.
Bud got a problem though.
Hey,
you don't like to lose.
Homie, you know the relationship with him and Bud is it goes deep because it's like I was at Sean Porter fight when Bud fought Sean, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I went home and watched the fight, Bud is sitting in the corner round 10. And he's looking at Shakur. He hearing everybody in his ear. He's looking at Shakur, and Shakur's going, "You down." Shakur's telling him, "No, you down." Bud was like, "I'm down," and I'm dead serious. That round, he finished the fight. So that relationship y'all got, because you look at Bud all the time, and you know where he's at in the crowd when you're fighting, right?
Yeah, for sure.
So it's like a second coach or a third coach.
If y'all watched my last fight, he was the guy that was like, "Get off the rope!" Like he was screaming it the entire time. But truthfully, bro, like, Bud is the reason like I am who I am. I feel like I done been around this dude since I was 126 pounds, a youngster, and I got to watch him like train and the way he was disciplined. I adapted like to everything that he did, and I appreciate that dude. Like I appreciate him with all my heart.
Good guy, man. Steve Espinoza is here. Shakur Stevenson is here. We got phone callers. Heather B, you want to ask a question?
I do want to jump in really quickly. Shakur, you talk about relationships. One of the many things I love about you is that you're a supporter of boxing in a way that we're kind of not used to seeing with female boxing. And I would hope that you would speak about your relationship with Claressa Shields. I've watched you be extremely supportive of her, and the same for her with you. Can you talk about y'all's relationship and what it means to you to support female boxing the way that you've been supporting?
Yeah, that's another thing too. Like I done came up with like all of these people. So like people be online like, oh, he's late nowadays they call it like I don't want to curse. Dick riding. They call it dick riding. Like if you support somebody, but if you known this person for like
facts
years and years, it's like, bro, of course I'm gonna support the people that I done been around. But Clarissa, I feel like we done been around each other since the Olympic days. Before the Olympic days, Clarissa was hyping me up, and she's like one of my biggest supporters. So it's only right for me to be the same way with my biggest supporter. And I honestly believe that's another person who I feel as though like we have never witnessed nobody like her. Like, it's impossible to beat her. Like I don't care who it. I will be very surprised if a day come that somebody beats Clarissa. I just don't believe it. She a hard worker. Her mentality is the most different mentality ever.
Yeah.
So.
We got Steve Espinoza here. Shakur Stevenson is here. Real quick before I go to these phone calls, Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather.
He spit his water out.
Let him clear his throat, Sway. Let him clear his throat.
Man,
I saw that announcement, man.
If Mike looked like he looked, like we're going to judge it off of recent times, right?
Yeah.
Because we can't judge it off of when they fought. So recent times, Mike last fight, Floyd last fight, Floyd looked way better than Mike.
Yeah.
No disrespect to Mike Tyson. Mike is
Right.
one of my, I love Mike Tyson. Like, I got a real close relationship with him too, kind of. So,
Would they fight hard though? Would Mike really swing hard at Floyd, or
I think he will for like the first 2 rounds, but I just feel like after them first 2 is where it kind of get critical.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, Steve, you once represented Mike Tyson. You want to chime in? What do you think about these fights? I'm not sure who wants to
It's
see
legend
this fight.
versus legend. Yeah.
So yeah, I put this one in a different category.
Okay.
These guys they're retired.
They deserve it.
They're older.
Okay.
This is like a Legends tour. I mean, it's like PGA does the older golfers and they play against each other. Like I don't have a problem with it. It's not taking away from nothing else in the sport. If people want to go see Legends, no problem. Like that to me is not the same thing as some of the other stuff we're seeing in active boxing. Like
so what do you have a problem with?
What do like look? So I know what he's talking about because yes, I did Mayweather McGregor. Yes, I put Jake Paul on. All this. Look,
You're a businessman. I'm just playing with you.
No. No, it's a fair question. I mean, look, I support Tank. I respect what he's trying to do in business. Like, weight is there for a reason. And if you're doing, a Jake Paul fight, okay. Like at the end of the day, everyone's trying to earn money and make a legacy, for their family. But at the same time, like getting in the ring against somebody who's 60 pounds heavier than you, like at a certain point, that's not what we're doing as in boxing. That's not what boxing is about. Now, it's only one fight, and he's going to get back to it. But to me, that's where I'd sort of become more of a traditionalist.
What about you, Shakur? The Jake Paul Tank fight?
Nah, I told you I gotta keep it real though. Like,
Yeah.
here's the thing, like I'm 50-50 on how I feel. Like I feel like for me personally, if I just fought Lamont Roach to a draw,
Yeah.
I would run that back.
You would run that back.
But as a business, like guys like him who's like around him and like as a business decision, it would be more so like take the bag.
Take the bag.
Because at the end of the day, right, he lose to Lamont Roach. Then the Jake Paul fight not there no more. It's not gonna be as lucrative and as big and as much money as it would be if he lost to Lamont Roach.
You and Lamont, have y'all talked about fighting?
Yeah, for sure. Several times.
Is that gonna happen?
Right now, they talking about me fighting T.O. It was either Lamont or T.O.
That's at 140, right?
Yeah, 140.
Let's
That's
go.
a great fight right there, bro.
Great fight.
Yeah.
That's a great fight, man. Shit. Can we get tickets?
For sure.
Shit,
Wow,
I'm
that's
trying
a
to
great
figure
fight.
That's a coming out party.
Yeah, let me come. I'm going to go to this phone lines. That's a real fight, though.
For sure.
T.O. and you that's a real fight. Let's go to, let me see, Lonnie Light. Let's go to...
Shakur, help me get the 140. Shit. That's what I'm over here thinking about. What's your diet plan?
Let's go to line 8, Lonnie Light.
He said no drinking. I said shit.
Yo, Chris on the line. He's in Vegas. Chris, what's up, man?
What up, Chris?
Hey, Chris.
What's happening?
Well, go ahead. Real quick question. Go for it.
Yeah, Shakur, man, I agree with a lot of things you say about fighters should fight fighters, right? What do you think about fighters unifying belts?
You say, what do I think about what?
Fighters unifying
Fighters
belts.
unifying belts.
I mean, I feel like I like the belts and stuff, but I feel like it's kind of getting watered down. Like I feel like he explained earlier, like it's about the business. So if like certain guys, they gonna be in position to fight for a belt. So for me, I don't really take the belt organizations that much serious in that aspect.
Thanks for your call, Chris. You're a super citizen, man.
That's Sway in the morning.
Let's go to line 5. We got our bridge business ambassador all the way from Louisiana. Chew, what up, man?
What up, Chew?
Chew, what's poppin',
What up,
Chew?
family? What up, family?
What up, man? Go for it. You got 2 legends right here, man.
Well, y'all took a lot of the questions I had for them. If I could, Sway, real quick, I'll touch on with Steve. He said Canelo took the Lara fight. I actually thought he lost that fight. But for Shakur, I look at you, Tank, Devin, T.O., Ryan as the cream of the crop when y'all were all around the 135 pound range. Of those, I think Tank will give you the toughest because of his power. Who do you think will give you the toughest fight out of those guys?
You never know until you get in the ring with them. So it's hard to really tell you. I think that Tank and T.O. will be like top of the line for me because I know that they both on point come fight night. So I think both of them will be kind of top of the line.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, hey, man, I appreciate you, Chew. All right. Thank you for the bets. All right.
Bad advice.
Talk to you later, Chew. You're a super citizen.
That's Sway in the morning. Love you, Chew.
Shakur, what's next for you? Is there anything on schedule?
Nah, nothing scheduled yet. But like I said, we in talks about T.O. So long as they all make it make sense, we all gonna make sure it happen.
Steve, how you see that T.O. fight with Shakur?
Look, Shakur's a lot more consistent. I mean, one thing you've seen with T.O., he's looked really good some fights, really athletic, and then some fights, he just hasn't looked like the same guy. And I don't know if it's a discipline issue or whether it's a style matchup, but on consistency, Shakur's a lot more consistent. You know what you're going to get out of every fight.
What are your thoughts, Horace?
The 5 pounds, like how comfortable are you moving up? Like at 140, this would be your first fight at 140, right? If you go against T.O.
Yeah.
That 5 pound difference, how that's going to make you feel?
For me, I feel like it ain't gonna be no problem. I feel like skills pay the bills. So at the end of the day, whether I was fighting at 140 or 135, my skills is gonna take over that night, and I think it's gonna be something he never seen before.
But no, T.O. is with Top Rank still or not?
I think so. I'm not sure, but I think so.
So we got to get back to it because now I'm going to press you on something you said. because at the end of the day, you say, look, when fighters say we're gonna fight, they need to fight.
Yeah.
So you can't let nothing get in the way, right?
No, not at all.
Because he wants it, you want it. He said it.
Here's where it's definitely like it gotta happen. He just worked with Turkey his last fight when he fought Arnold Barboza.
Right.
I just worked with Turkey my last fight when I fought Zepeda. So if we both work with Turkey, I mean,
it shouldn't be an issue.
Clear as day, it gotta happen.
Right. Okay.
Give these guys a round of applause, man. This is amazing.
That's so great.
This is entertaining.
So, Shakur, what's your prediction? Round, way of winning. I know you team Crawford, right? How do you think he's going to win?
Bud Crawford, unanimous decision.
Okay, cool. Okay, I place
Clear
that.
too, clear.
I place that bet. I place
Clear.
that. All right, clear unanimous decision.
Clear.
Steve?
I think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be very technical. I think the toughest thing with Bud is his distance, and it's something that people don't really always appreciate, is how you control distance. You can't hit somebody if they're not in punching range, and that's I think what he does better than anything else. That's his biggest tool, is getting in and out of range. So it's tough to hit him. It's going to be a really close fight. I got Canelo decision.
Well,
I feel like you got two fighters, right? One fighter, as they go through the rounds, they going like this. And you got one fighter that go through the rounds and they go right here and they stay right here. And I think Canelo stays right here and Bud rises. So
I love it, man. Hey, this is boxing in its truest form.
Yes.
Give it up for Steve Espinoza.
Beautiful.
Give it up for the champ, Shakur Stevenson, man. I appreciate you for coming home, brother.
Yes.